So my name's Ben Porter. I'm a naturalist, ecologist, wildlife photographer based in Wales. We're here on the Dovey this evening. It's an absolutely incredible evening, like so still. So we've got the canoe, we're gonna head up river, so up the Dovey, to have a look at some of the wildlife that we've got here at this time of year on this amazing river and associated sort of ecosystem in mid Wales. Yeah, it's really exciting to see this sort of area from a boat. Because a lot of wildlife isn't so freaked out when you're going past. It's quite a sort of low impact way of seeing wildlife. And at this time of year, we've got some sound recording kit with us, so I'm hoping that we might hear some really cool birds singing away. There's ospreys up this estuary. There's even beavers, if we're really, really lucky. One of the only places in Wales that we might see them. So with these conditions and a bit of luck, it should be a pretty awesome evening. Beautiful, so we're just setting out up the river. Ooh, we've got a little egret flying over. Nice. Lots of swallows and house martins flying around. It's awesome. Such a still evening, it's literally like perfect. Couldn't ask for better. Still got a little bit of a flow taking us upriver. From here on in, it's more, you gradually go more and more into the actual river part of it. Whereas because from here on out, it's basically like almost flat. It's sort of in the tidal bit of salt marsh and estuary habitats. So from here on up, yeah, it gets narrower and narrower, and eventually we'll start feeling some flow from the river itself and won't be able to actually paddle up the river. It looked quite otter-like. Just came in off the bank, just a little plop. And I've not seen it resurface again, which would be more duck-like if it came up again like a goose sander, but it's not surfaced. Could have been an otter. This is like a perfect evening for otters. As the tide's coming up, loads of fish coming up the river. They'll be waiting. Grasshopper warbler singing away off to the right. They're sort of reeling like, that'll just be going all night. Crazy birds. Amazing. Yeah, no sign of that. I think we've got 4 herons. Some 5 grey herons just taking off from the bank there. 5 grey herons altogether. Oh, they are in the trees, look. Are they? Something like that. Pretty sure they could be, actually. Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. It's not just a heronry, but an egretry. There's like 20 little egrets in a tree over there. That's so cool. I've never seen a heronry of egrets on the Dovey before. That's absolutely awesome. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 15 little egrets and like 10 grey herons just sat in the top of, what's that? I think that's maybe a larch tree in amongst a whole bunch of broadleafs and a Scots pine. That's so cool. They may well be nesting there. That's the first heronry of egrets I've ever seen on the Dovey. Well known from like the Conway estuary. That's where they first started nesting in North Wales, just down the road from where we live. But yeah, that's, I can hear them. I might get the old parabolic on them, I reckon. Let's have a little listen. They've got such prehistoric sounds. All right, recording. They're not making a sound. No, literally, it's like quite a nice dusk chorus. Black cat. Oh, there we go. yeah, like that croaking, like a prehistoric sort of Jurassic soundscape. A real guttural croaking. They're not making a lot of noise, but that is really cool to see them. I think this is the best part of 25 little egrets in those trees. That's amazing. Yeah, that's a new one for me. That's why it's always cool to come out and see the landscape from a different perspective. It'd be really hard to spot that from either side of the usual ways that you'd see the dovey. We've got a whole herd of cows flummoxed by what on earth is floating up the river. It's hilarious. Mute swan in flight. They're definitely not mute. Make an absolute racket when they're flying. Just the sound of their wings. Amazing. If the beavers are going to be somewhere, it's got to be around here somewhere. The mysterious Dovey beavers. There's anywhere between 10 and 20 beavers on the Dovey. I've seen one myself, a bit further upriver, but they're meant to be somewhere around the rest of the river system in this area. Scattered willow scrub, lots of nice reed beds and grassland areas, but a sort of wider delta of the river here, so there's lots of braided channels, lots of really nice habitat where you'd never see them here. So unobtrusive, but what we would see is the gnawed stumps of the willow branches where they'd have been feeding, and I can't see them, but this looks absolutely perfect. As far as it'll take us upriver, we've got just opposite to the village of Pennal on the Dovey, and the dusk is really falling now. I can hear song thrushes and blackbirds, the sort of dusk chorus singing away from the woodlands. And we just had 2 nocturnal bats flying over, and you can actually, well, some people, I think it's about 1 in 3 people can actually hear the echolocation of nocturnal bats. It's low enough for human hearing to hear, I think like 20 hertz, so you hear this pss, 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 this sort of really distinctive sound, but not everyone can hear it, so you can be stood with some people being like, oh wow, nocturnal bat, and they're like, what? You can definitely tell that we're now battling against a river, trying to go upriver, so we're now gonna turn our tail and follow the river current back down the way we've come. Whoa. Whoa. It's a goosander chick. It's basically like running on the water. A goosander chick just suddenly erupted right now. It must have been underwater, and then it suddenly erupted right next to us. It's basically running on the surface of the water, pattering away. Just heading to a little side channel here that's created a nice little island off the main channel of the river. Always just potential for more species and habitats here. So it's this little channel, got some nice tufts of grassland, and it's a stiller patch of water. It's almost created like a little pond here. This is definitely beavery. You know, this is what they like to create. Look at this, bit of figwort growing up through the water there. Any beavers? Where are you? Whoa, we're in the bank. Tighter channel. This is good. Nice and quiet. It's nice. The reflection's beautiful. That is a mallard. I think it's a mallard. Ah, that is cool. Through the grass. It's all fairly inundated grass. This is good though. Good bit of habitat. Some nice, that's like Kingfisher Central, those bits of dead wood sticking out there. Oh yeah, so it is this, look, it's like a big trunk that's fallen and basically sort of helped to create a sort of a bit of a dam here, which has slowed the flow of the water and created a sort of pond-like channel. And I mean, that's what beavers would do if they were around. Well, if they are around, so they are doing that somewhere. Creating, ooh, mallard. Yeah, I'm quite pleased that channel's it's come through. It's going to be dark, but I'll try. Gooseinder with its little clutch of chicks. Right, time to get the recorder out again. So there's common snipe displaying, so like display song flight above us here, which they've basically fan out their tail feathers. They're flying around, the male is flying around above us, and then it like dives down really quickly, really steeply, fans out its 2 outer tail feathers and creates this arcade like boom. It is a mad sound. Ooh, Nightjar as well. The brrrr. Oh, I'm gonna get the recorder on.
Yeah,
there's some cool sounds, cool soundscapes now that the dusk has hit. That's really cool. I can still hear the road sound from a car, but there's Nightjar singing opposite us on the bank. Every single car, I mean, it's almost totally still now. You can almost hear a totally quiet soundscape, but even now there's still just a single car on the road, and it just completely destroys your chance of getting a decent sound recording, because it's just, yeah, just white noise. Really difficult. The sound of the wings is amazing. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, I think so. Oh, let's have a look. What are you? Could be a moth, could be a bug. I think it's most likely to be a moth. Got it. It's a moth. It's a map-winged swift moth.
I'll have to get some light out.
Yeah, hang on. Not something that wants to be in the water, really. Ooh. Common sandpiper. Really high-pitched sound. I'm going to have to get the... I'll put this in our box. There we go. And I'm going to get the recorder out. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. There's a couple of bats right around us, but yeah, common sandpiper piping away there. The good thing is it's got a high frequency call, which is generally a lot easier to record than low frequency calls, which blend into the background a lot easier. So the piercing cry of that doesn't quite contend with the train, but yeah, this is a difficult estuary to record sounds on. That was good. Briefly, anyway. No way. Whoa, these bats around us. Whoa. What the? That was mental. Whoa. Couple of snipe still singing, like doing the song flight with the tail. It's just picking it out against the sound of a few cars in the background. It's so difficult, it's insane. It's like almost 11 at night on a river. Still can't get a quiet soundscape. Oh, this one's coming close. That's really good. So we're back where we began on the riverbank of the Dovey. It's totally still, like there's still like no wind at all. It's absolutely amazing. The moon hasn't yet risen for us. We can see the glow of it on the horizon to the east, so it is on its way up, but it hasn't illuminated the landscape yet, but it's still light enough to canoe. We've just come up onto the riverbank. Absolutely awesome few hours out on the river. It's just so nice being on the water, and just as Nick was saying, as it gets dark, your whole senses just become more tuned into like audio, landscape, so hearing all the different birds and the movement of the fish, the bats overhead skimming the surface, little silhouettes. You just become aware of different things as it becomes dark. And what a night to be on the river. So great, the conditions today. Heard Nightjar. We've had snipe displaying above us with the crazy buzzing sound. We've had fish, like a large fish, jumping out of the water right next to us, and an amazing heronry with about 30 little egrets in some trees off to the side. So some really amazing sightings and discoveries, really superb. So yeah, great night on the river. Time for bed now.